Hey guys, a warm welcome in my channel, The Learning Destinations. I am your host Avinash, and today's topic is Manage Secret Engine and API Explorer in Volt UI. And this is the final episode of my ongoing series HashiCorp Volt UI, HashiCorp Volt CLI, which is based on the command line interface, which I have already covered. So those who doesn't know, who haven't yet watched, can go to the playlist HashiCorp Volt CLI and can learn each and every step of the HashiCorp Volt CLI and can enhance their DevOps skills on the Volt command line interface. Now, this is the final topic of the HashiCorp Volt user interface, where I'm going to cover the Manage Secret Engine and API Explorer and Volt UI. So now quickly let's understand today's agenda. As you can see on my screen, in episode 01, I have already covered the topic that how you can enable the Volt user interface, and inside that how you can create the different policies. In my last tutorial, where I have covered the authentications method in episode 02, and today I am bringing with Manage Secret Engines. So I have basically going to cover in this sections two things. One is Manage Secret Engine and second is API Explorer. Again, I have divided into two sections, section 1 and section 2. So you can see in section 1 where we are going to see that enable the transit secret engine. As you know that there are different that HashiCorp Volt supports different secret engines, and we are going to see that one of the secret engine, and we are going to enable the transit secret engine. Then we are going to see that the create encryption keys. Finally, we will encrypt the keys, and then after that we will decrypt the cipher text which we receive after the encryptions of the keys. And finally, we will decode that decrypted keys. Okay. In second sections, API Explorer, we will see that how we can enable the API inside the Volt user interface. And finally, we will go through the various options of the examples that how we can use the API endpoint. So this is going to be a very exciting tutorial, and I hope you are also excited to learn about it. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start directly on the practical session. Let's directly jump onto the practical session, because there is not much more inside the theoretical session. That's why we need to directly jump on the practical session. Okay guys, so let's get back on the practical session. So as I have already logged in inside the Volt server, and I'm going under the secret, and here I'm going to enable one of the secret engine. And as I mentioned that I'm going to select the transit secret engine and say next. Then the path by default, it provides the transit, and I'm going to keep it the same. We say enable secret engine. Then after that, we need to create the encryption keys. We need to give it the name. I say DevOps-key. And this is the by default type which is provided by the encryption keys, this type, and exportable, derived, enable, convergent encryptions. There are various other types of the encryption keys which is being provided by or which is supported by the Volt server, which we are not going to see. We will see it later. There is an additional blog. Probably I will be covering it. Let me know in the comment sections if you really want to understand all these different types of encryption systems, then I will definitely cover it. But as of now, I'm just going on the by default type. So let's say create encryption key. Then after that, edit encryption keys. Sorry, so this keys has been created. Now let's return here. DevOps key. Now we will encrypt it. And let's suppose that the encryptions, I'm going to give it some plain text. Let's say I'm saying that I love India. Encrypt. So this cipher text, we need to copy it so we can decrypt it. Now we need to decrypt it. So we need to mention here, and we can say decrypt. So it is giving the plain text. Again, let's copy it. And now I'm going to show you that how we can decode this key and decode this decrypt keys, this one. and we will see that it should be revert the same value whatever the particular the plain text we have shared here. So in your Google Chrome, you can check yourself. There is a functions called, it is a Java based functions called atom. So when you open the console, you can go to the inspect mode. You can go to the console. Here you type adopt, and then we can paste the decrypt keys here. And if we enter, it should revert the value I love India. So now you can see that it is reverting the value. It means that by using this adopt, we can decode the keys. So yeah, guys, so this is all about the secret engines, that how we can enable the secret engine inside the Volt user interface. And there are various kinds of secret engines. You can choose any one. It totally depends on your requirement. Whatever the secret engines that is your need, you can enable it. As of now, I have just shown one of the example by enabling it the transit secret engines. So this is all about the secret engines, and now we are going to jump into the particular API examples. We are going to explore more on the API side. Okay guys, so now times to return on the API side, and now we are going to explore more on the API side, and I hope simultaneously you are enjoying this technical journey as well. Okay, so those who have already watched my last sessions, they know that in the last sessions I have enabled one of the access method called user method, this one, and I have created one of the policies called DevOps. So I have little bit made changes inside the policy. The changes basically, I have set different paths, and I have given the access, the particular access respective to particular path. So why I need to make the changes? Because in the API Explorer examples, I am going to access these particular paths using the API command, and that's the reason that we will see that whether we are able to access this particular path according to the capabilities which has been given to this respective path or not. Okay, so in order to explore the API, or in order to learn about the API or to run the API command, you need to enable one of the access method, and in my case I have already enabled the user method. And then okay, let me show you. So this is the one of the access method which I have enabled. The same you need to do that, and you need to create one policy. So whatever the user you have created here in this section, so if you see that I have already created one of the user DevOps, and these user DevOps policies have the DevOps policies. This user is having the policies of this DevOps. So whatever the policies which is assigned to this here, right, the same policies is owned by this particular user. Okay, so now in order to enable the API, okay, so now let's see that this is the particular user which I have created, but currently I am logged in as a root. So now I need to log in with the DevOps user account, because the policy has been attached to that particular user, and in order to run the API command, the permission which I have set to the particular user, I need to log in through that user, so I can show you whether that user is allowed to perform that activity or not. So username, and I have created the user called DevOps, and the password. So now I am logged in as a DevOps user, you can see here, and now we will perform API command. In order to run the API command, you need to go to this console. Here you can go to this console, and then you need to type API. So API is enabled now. Let's close this, and firstly we will check one of the policies, which was that sys config and the mount. Let me show you the policy which we have created here. since this DevOps user doesn't have the access to see the policy, that's why it cannot see the policy. But anyway, I remember the path of the secret. So first path is /force-info. So we can get this path right. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to access this particular path using the API command, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So click here and try it out. You can see that it is giving the 200. That means that it is successfully querying to the particular this path. Now send a request, and you can click on the execute. So you can see that this is the requested URL, and we are sending the API request to that particular URL. And now you see it is successfully giving the response here. That means that we are able to successfully query to this particular path using the API command. Now let's check another path called sysmounts. This one, and we are running the git query. Try it out. It's saying that okay, 200 okay. Now execute that, and you see again it is giving the value successfully result. It means that we are successfully able to query this particular endpoints. So this is all about the API, guys. So just now we have seen that how we can enable the secret engine and how we can query to different endpoints using the API keys inside the Vault user interface. I hope you are really enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can put me in the comment sections, or you want to see any specific topic in Vault user interface, just write me in the comment sections and I will definitely cover in my next tutorial. So that's all for this lecture, guys. It was the last episode on HashiCorp Vault user interface, and if you are thinking like that I am bringing some valuable lessons which is helping to enhance your DevOps skill, then please support me by subscribing my channel as well as press the bell icon, so whenever I upload the fresh videos the notifications will come to you first. And as you can see my screen, in my next series, I'm going to start with a very dynamic and very useful topic called console, which is highly utilizations tool, and nowadays it is widely used in various international projects, whether it's a infrastructure domain, it's a telecom domain, or it's a banking sectors. It is widely used. So I'm going to cover the new topic called console in my next upcoming series. So stay tuned with the learning destinations, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Till that time, bye bye. Don't forget to share this within your colleagues and the friends, and don't forget to subscribe Learning Destinations. So love for Avinash and Learning Destinations. I will see you next week. Till the time, have a good day, guys. Bye bye.